Guys, I promised a couple updates on these little cuttings, and the day I did them I could barely sit up long enough to do all of these because I wasn't feeling well, but they needed to be done. There was just no way they could wait. And so I've talked in other videos about soaking imported plants, especially lithops, Conophytum type things, if their roots are in bad condition, and that's where these cuttings came from, is a plant that's roots didn't wake up. So we're going to the next step and trying cuttings, and they've continued to shrivel, as you can see here, and I pulled some of them out. These guys I just pulled out and soaked for half an hour and replanted, and a few of these guys have very, very tiny roots popping out, which is super exciting. And sorry, I got little bowls set here with these guys soaking, and they are soaking in a vitamin B1 solution, which is just a rooting stimulant. And then the smaller ones that are really getting shriveled and really on their last leg, just as a last ditch effort, I'm going to go ahead and dip them into rooting hormone as well. And these are some guys that's roots haven't come back alive yet either for me. I just unpotted them and there wasn't any new root growth on these guys, so they're just having a little soak too to get their roots going. I know it seems scary to soak these guys like this, and I'm only doing it for about half an hour, and it's gonna soften up a little bit and hopefully stimulate them and give them just a little bit of a drink. If they can soak some in through the outside, which generally they don't do, but if they take up on any water, so to speak, that's totally fine, because they're shriveled and they can use a little bit of an extra drink. But I'm going to be potting these back in their little sand mixture here in just a second, and I'm not going to video that, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. It's only been, I think it's been just right around a week, maybe just a little less. I think it's been just right around a week. And so I wasn't too, I didn't have too high of hopes as to the roots on any of these guys, but I am happy to see a few of them are starting to show some little white nubs, which is awesome. And I am not even hopeful that most of these, I think they're kind of too far gone, which I mentioned that in the video. They're just so shriveled. If you watched a couple of my oops videos, one of my grow tents had a new timer in it, and I didn't realize the timer had a switch to just stay on or be on the timer. I thought because I had plugged everything into the timer that it was fine. Went about my merry way, got really sick and didn't check on it for over a week, and the lights had been on 24 hours a day for a week. And then after that, my husband pulled a heater out of the grow tent when we had a really cold snap and his work trailer froze, and there was a fire going at the time in our garage where the plants are, so it wasn't a big deal. But then he forgot to bring it back and didn't tell me, and I found them very cold about a week later. And so they had really hot sun stressed, and then really cold temperatures, not freezing kind of cold, just a lot colder than they're used to. And so and they had been imported before then with a lot of root stress, and so yeah, these guys have just kind of had a little bit of sadness. So if these guys don't plump up for me and make new roots, I'm not going to cry, but it's always worth a try, in my opinion, to take cuttings before you just toss a plant out. And they're definitely not going to root once the stems and root system have completely died back. If all of the cluster is above ground, they're definitely not going to root. So taking cuttings and having them have a little bit more chance is always nice. So anyways, that's my update for today. Like I said, been about a week. I will give this a bit more time. I've been misting these just about every day, sometimes a couple times a day if I have them on a warm a heating mat out in the garage, but other times just once a day. It kind of depends on the amount of light and the temperature that they're getting, whether or not they're needing a little bit of mist or not. But because these are so much on the shriveled end, I am definitely misting them every day just to prevent too much more unnecessary perspiration by them. But if I was taking these off of really healthy plants, I wouldn't necessarily mist them every day with the temperatures that we're having now and stuff. But for now, that's what I'm doing. All right, you guys, there's an update on that. I hope you're having a great day and happy growing.